figured we would just go in order how they're presented on the page, so it goes by pretty quickly.
Okay. The role that I chose was supporter. I feel that fits me best because I like to encourage everybody in what to do in every decision that they make. Uh, I used to play baseball in high school. One of the main things that the coach would always tell us is support each other. You don't want to feel alone, uh, especially when you're doing something in a group. That always stuck with me, and I try to apply it every day at the job site or at home, and anything that's either my decision or somebody else's. Always encourage them to do their best, and uh, also just support them in any way. I mean, not working in the refineries always gives my full support, so the job gets done safe and with the best interest for the group and the company. I approach every situation that comes up. If there is something I do not agree with, I would give my opinion. And I don't like confrontation, so that's the main point that I always try to support everybody. Um, I don't like to have my opinion go with their opinion, so I'm just real calm and relaxed about things like that. And I always try to listen to what my peers say when it comes to their decisions. Uh, the second role that I also chose was opinion seeker. I chose this role because I have always wanted to have another person's opinion about anything that I do. That doesn't mean that I can't make decisions on my own, but I felt that it's always better to get an opinion to see if there's something that I could do better. Because knowing myself, I'm always closed-minded, and I don't think farther down the line about things that can happen. So it's always helpful to have another set of eyes or just a different opinion in general about everything, especially with this group, with the astronaut group. I always try to anything that I do regarding the assignments. I always try to get their opinion. That's why I'm always asking Rebecca or Lauren to hear what I wrote down and try to get their opinion and everything. And it helps me. It helps me out a lot.
Okay, so I'll go. We'll just keep going in order. Yeah, so I agree with that. I think which one was it I wrote down? I think supporter is a good one. And I also think you could be a harmonizer, you know, and that's they bring together ideas, suggest positive ways to explore. So like when we're working and weren't sure on exactly how we're supposed to put something together, you know, you're always like, maybe we could do this or whatever. Yeah. And I do feel like you kind of bring us together. So I thought harmonizer was a good one too.
For sure, that was the first thing I wrote down when he started speaking.
Yeah, I definitely think supporter is a good one as well.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you brought up the point of, you know, with coworkers or whenever you were in your team, you really try to not let your opinion, you know, take over anyone else's or have them take over yours, so that being the mediator kind of is a big harmonizer. But you are definitely a supporter and an opinion seeker too. I think all three of them suit you really well for not only your benefit, but for everyone in the team that you're working with, whether it is when you're in baseball or this group or work. I could see you being this way with any set of people that you're in contact with, for sure. It seems genuine.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any let me think. All of our recaps are going to be real short. I'm trying to look into anything else I could probably find, but there was nothing that I could argue against it.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's a big supporter, so because I know I ask y'all for a lot on stuff that I try and, you know, ideas that I kind of come up with. So I like to ask everyone, and Jose's pretty good at answering or, you know, suggesting things. So yeah, I agree with that. I do.
All right, well, if we're all good there, I'll read.
Um,
Okay, so the first role that I feel reflects me best is initiator. It's a task role in which someone proposes solutions, suggests ideas, introduces new approaches. So I can't even remember what I wrote here. In my job experience as a waitress and my role as a student in class, I find myself making suggestions and coming up with ideas. And in working with my group, I make an effort to keep everyone on the job and work together by sending group messages, asking questions about everybody's status. I like to initiate ideas leading to the completion of our group project. Got some typos in here, I'm learning. However, I definitely can't take credit for all our work because we have a great and intelligent group of people. I'm lucky. If I don't see anything from my group, I try to do my best to come up with ideas and share them so we can get the ball on the roll. The second role I feel I might fall under is a relationship role, gatekeeper. Asks the opinions of members who are not participating, prevents dominance by others, facilitates overall interaction. Okay, so like in interacting in our group, I find myself taking the initiative to start a conversation. You know, I like to be the icebreaker, and I don't mind just I do that stuff on my discussion boards and some of my other class. One of my teachers was like, posted in my tech writing class, she made a discussion board, and it was like, share pictures of your animals or dogs. You know, you don't get extra credit, but just kind of trying to start a conversation. So that was at the beginning when the semester started. And I went back and I was actually trying to catch up on my work, and I noticed nobody had posted, you know. I'm like, what the heck? That was kind of cool of her to do.
Yeah.
So I find myself kind of taking that leap of faith and jumping in there and trying to, you know, start the conversation and get something rolling. Let's see. I also try to find and share any information to make the group process easier. I don't know why I have Mark at the end of my deal. All right. Okay, so that's mine. That's my husband's name, so God only knows what I was doing when I was typing this.
What?
I thought it was like a closer. I'm like, I don't think I've ever heard of that. Like,
Yeah,
I
Mark.
don't know what I did.
well, I definitely agree with initiator for sure, especially within this group. I think that's a big one.
Yeah.
I think of the two that you brought, that you wrote about, I think gatekeeper, like, I think this one's more of like your character in a group. I think you do ask opinions of members. You know, you reach out to everyone. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted to write. Which one did I want to write? Coordinator, that's the one. No, sorry. I've had a long day.
It's all good.
Gatekeeper is not what I wanted to write. Wait, you wrote gatekeeper, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, I wrote gatekeeper.
all over the place. I'm so sorry.
I had to stop and look, and
Yeah, I was like, why did I write that? No, you wrote that. Okay, I'm all over the place. No, you do
But
ask for the
also,
opinion.
coordinator, I think really fits Lauren.
Yeah, I wrote coordinator and summarizer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you want to go in depth why you picked coordinator too, Jose?
Yes, just with the initiator, you should always be the first one. To send the group text, hey, you guys, you want to meet up? What you guys think about the project? And also with the coordinator, I always felt that she's brings all the ideas together, and then there's always, hey, Jose, what you think about it, or Rebecca, what you think about this, and that's why I felt that coordinator fits her very well.
Yeah. And I think summarizer too, because like she kind of like, I guess, brings the group together, kind of like, it's kind of like if we're kind of all stuck everywhere and we don't really know what to do, I feel like she's just really good. And it could even be like a harmonizer as well, but just really good at like molding and melding the group, I guess, like in a way, if that's how you say that.
And you
But yeah.
also look into details of like, if we're not sure about what Professor Howard has stated in a folder, you're quick to try to figure out what she means exactly. So
Right.
you have a lot of these put together. I think
Yeah.
you're also an opinion giver too, because like we've all said, at one point or another, we'll send our work to you and being like, hey, what you think, you know? So you know how to help us make our projects better by giving your opinions or suggestions. You kind of give a good nudge. So I think we've given you half the list already.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they're all positive. They're all positive. So
Yeah.
It's cool. I'll have lots to talk about my vlog.
for sure, we're hoping you fill up those 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be like, I'm gonna have to cut this.
Right.
But I don't think I have anything else to add other than I keep finding things to give you. So
Yeah. So you'll have a good vlog for sure. A good vlog.
you bring a lot to the group for sure. I think we all have our little perks. So
Definitely.
awesome.
All right,
My turn.
mm-hmm.
Okay. So as I brought up earlier, I have to skip this page entirely, so I'm just gonna read what I wrote, and I guess you guys can help me figure out where it goes. So, in my short years as vice president and then president of San Jacinto Central, president of the student government, I was naturally the leader, coach or artist in this sense. For my panel, I conducted interviews and narrowed their skill sets for the positions that we needed. Example, publicist, treasurer, vice president, secretary, etc. I then showed them how to use their strengths and for their selected positions. I made sure it was something that came natural to them. There were a few times where members of my panel weren't performing as expected or completing the tasks on time, so I did have to step in and address the issue. I did it respectively and in private, of course. I did do this for the greater good of our organization to meet our shared goals on behalf of the college. There were a few times where stresses of the school would get to some of the people and it caused tension, where I'd also have to bring the issue up to our group's attention. So I would coach them and resolve the issue if possible. I did have to get creative with meetings and solutions and the way our relationships would thrive. As a leader, there was always opportunities to be innovative and resourceful. I was in charge of both the task and relationship type roles. I had many people looking to us for guidance and information, so if my secretary didn't keep up with minutes for meetings or publicists didn't post upcoming events, we wouldn't be doing our job properly. Luckily, I always double, triple check the assignment or due date or email before it was posted for submission. I chose this role in SGA and other projects because I like planning, teamwork, camaraderie, and elevating each other to be better as a team while promoting self-growth.
Okay. So I feel like
She just messaged and she said she's sorry she didn't make it. She forgot to add it to her calendar.
tell her don't worry, we're recording it. So
I know.
she'll
We're
have-
fixing to send it to you.
yeah. Don't
Okay.
worry.
I think yours is really good, Rebecca. And I looked through here and for roles, I think you're an initiator also. You propose solutions, most definitely, suggest ideas, new approaches to problem solving. Another one I had is procedural developer. Takes notes, records ideas. You know, you came up with our awesome little logo and our names and stuff, and that was great because I was really like, I didn't even know where to start with that. I'm like, what kind of name are we supposed to have? Is it supposed to be like professional or, you know, I just was kind of lost on that one, you know. Distributes materials, but you bring a lot to the table. Your a most recent idea, which I won't expose here now since we're going to do it to ruin it, but I think it's excellent and I'm really excited. And like that, as she's talking about what we need to do, that never even came to my mind. And I think it's flipping genius. So I'm really excited to see how that goes.
Yeah. I agree most definitely with procedural developer because, you know, Rebecca's always, you know, always on time. She's always got the notes, everything ready, you know, and yeah, she's just a natural leader. That's how I feel. Just like, yeah, a procedural developer and initiator. And it's just that leader role that I feel like it kind of like empowers all of us to do better. So it's also like harmonizer too. I feel like everyone's a harmonizer because I don't know. I just feel like the group is that well meshed. So yeah, I have that bias to where I feel like everyone's a harmonizer. But yeah, so I agree with those two. I think that those are good. Those are really good.
Same. I agree. I'm I'm so sorry, but
I see it.
you see it.
I see it. We have 6 minutes remaining. So let's
So
just rock and
I was
roll.
trying to upgrade to pro, but it's charging me $180 right now to upgrade. I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
no.
Don't do it.
Okay, so we'll do it quick.
We can send her 2 links, it's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Were those all the notes for me?
Yeah. Unless Jose.
Yeah. You know, well, I think it falls into the procedural developer that you know, being the leader, you basically like lay out everything as the idea, and for us to, I guess you could say, plug in. Like right now, at the beginning of the meeting, you're like, you know what, this is what I come up with. Or yesterday, it was really cool in the first place. It was, I liked it. It gives a different thought, because I was thinking just PowerPoint, but you always bringing up ideas. Um, and like it says, you always guide the group in which way we should go. Always giving out any suggestions, or you're not afraid of to take a different route if we have a different opinion. Not afraid of saying no. You know what? Yeah, you're right. We should go. We should do this instead of this. So I think that one fits you best, the procedural developer.
Think
Thank you. All right, are we going to try to run Logan through here?
Yeah, mine's, I'll keep mine brief. I won't kind of dwell on mine. So, the first role that I chose was the opinion seeker, and I feel like it fits me because I like to get, like, all the time. I really like to get a general opinion from everyone in the group. Like, say if it's like ideas that I have, and a lot of, like, in high school, like I would do that a lot with my class groups. So, like, if my ideas were validated for the others, I feel like everything would kind of go together more cohesively, and we work all together like real better. And the second role that I think best fits me is the information seeker, because whenever I'm in a group, I like to ask questions. And even in this group, I ask a lot of questions like, is this right? Y'all think this is good? Is this right? And I don't know, that's just how I am. I just like to make sure we're all on the same page, and just make sure I'm on the same page with y'all. So yeah, that's why I think the roles that best would fit me were. So yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I can agree with those. And when I was looking back at our stuff, I had opinion giver as well, states opinion, suggest solutions, because I know you've helped us out and given us some solutions for sure. I mean, I know. And then I also have summarizer evaluator, restates ideas, describes relationship, details agreements and differences. I feel like you've definitely done that. When I can remember specifically when I was like going to Casole and we were trying to do something and I did it in my car. I know I was the person who was dark and gloomy she was described about. But I can remember some confusion and you jumping in there and helping us out to clarify things. So I think those apply to you as well.
For sure. And I like that you're an opinion giver. I think because you brought up that you ask a lot of questions, and some people, I think in the past, have gotten annoyed with things like that. But I know when I'm in groups, I'd rather have somebody ask a lot of questions than assume things. So the fact that you do always check in with us and ask questions, and even like I've repeated myself in questions, like when I ask something, I would rather us all be on the same page and work together as a team than just kind of, oh, I'll just wing it, you know? And I think because of that, all of our projects or videos that we've made have come out so strong because we do work to make sure we're all together. So I did like that you picked opinion giver. And as I was reading through these when we started, I was already putting people in these categories, not to organize, but I think y'all's personality fits really well in here. And I think that opinion giver is really cool. I think it's a good thing to have to ask questions.
Muted, Jose.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with both of them that you chose. You always double checking everything, and if you double check it, then I'm like, yeah, he's sure right about everything. You just make sure everything's you make sure everything is good. I mean, and I really like the way that you come up with things with especially with the intro and closing. I think if it's I wouldn't be able to come up with everything you come up with. It's really impressive. I mean, you're really good at that. So yeah, I agree with both of them.
Yeah, you bring us in strong and you close us strong.
Yeah.
For sure. That's why we give you that role. Like, we would have trouble, and for you, it's like natural.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't know.
I guess you were like 10 minutes before. I think we were supposed to record. You came up with the intro and the closing fast, and it was really good.
Yes, impressive. If
Thank
we
you.
get cut off, y'all, bye.